All right, we are on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we're live. Yeah, we're live. What is up,
Yeah.
boys and girls?
Yo.
Welcome to the Wednesday night crypto chat brought to you by Bagsy and my dear co-host Cryptunez, who is currently sick. So I'll be doing
Once
most of the
again.
talking for today. I hope you guys at home are doing really well. I would like to introduce to you our special guests. Some have been on the show before, others are brand new. So we will start with our newest guest, NekoZ. Please give a warm welcome. What
Yo,
is
what
up,
up,
brother?
boys?
What's up, man? I like
Good,
your
good.
apartment. It looks clean as fuck.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. We have Bagsy Stinks, aka SmokeyXBT, aka Top Keck. Please give
What up?
the man of many names.
Thanks for having me again.
No problem, man. Change that fucking email. It's starting to piss me off, though. We also
I
have
made it
Monkey
especially
Charts.
for you.
My
What's
dear
up,
Monkey
yo?
Charts. How you doing, Mr. Rothschild?
Living the dream.
Good stuff, man. And my homeboy, my dear Canadian, Mr. Natebag. What's up, brother?
The lovely neighbor. Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you as always. And my dearest co-host, Cryptunez. What is up, brother?
Yo, what up? I'm honestly just here to babysit Natebag, but you guys do your thing.
Come on, I'm 20 now, man. I'm a man. I'm a full-blown man.
You just turned 18?
So
No, I'm 20. I turned 20. Come on. 14 and a half.
My brother. So, yo, Cryptunes, I'm going to ask you in the meantime, if you can, just to check the chat. I'm not very good at multitasking, so I'm going to need your help on that. And yeah, guys, so how's your fucking week going? Any cool trades going on? What you guys been up to?
Honestly, the only trade I've been in is Neo. That's about it.
Really? How's that going?
Yep. I'm up. I don't know. Well, I was up a lot more like 5 minutes ago, so we'll not talk about that.
5 minutes ago. Oh, shit. Did it just...
Not been too bad. Not been too bad.
Yeah,
Of
man.
everything right now, you chose Neo?
Honestly, I don't know what the thought process was, but like I just kind of had a mindset on Neo, and then when I clicked on it, after not seeing it for months, I was like, I'll take my chance.
I bought a small bag. I tell you what, I bought it like right at like it was like 0.001 or something, and I sold it for like an 11% gain. You know, I kind of saw it was like finishing a cup and handle, but I kind of felt like there was better places I could put it. I didn't even feel like letting it play out. Just like kind of consolidate like it has.
Oh, that's pain, man. Speaking of Neo was actually one of my first like trades as a trader, and my dumbass bought it after like it rebranded from AntShares, and I think I got
was
it.
the shit, man.
Oh man, I didn't like. I had no idea what AntShares was. I just opened it up. Everyone on fucking Twitter is talking about Neo. I look at the chart. Like I looked at the chart. I didn't even know what I was looking at. I think I bought it like $37 or something. That was right after it pumped to 50, if I'm not mistaken. And dude, like that, I think that was in August 2017 or September. Man, that was pain. That was fucking pain. But yeah, so I kind of have mixed feelings towards Neo, but fuck it. If you make money on it, it's good.
Actually, I mean, it still looks good right now. It's pulling back, but I mean, it could be definitely setting up for a bigger move up.
Yeah, for
These
sure.
bigger alts move so much slower when you can bid on these BTT low sat coins. Fucking 30%
Dude.
in 2 hours.
Man, that's one thing I wrote in my trading journal today. I was just like, do not avoid the scam coins. And I
Yeah, literally, you gotta love the scam coins.
Dude, you gotta love it, man. I'm telling you, BTT guys.
Good scams pump hard.
Dude, it's gonna go another run. I swear, BTT is gonna run.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I would not be surprised.
I already
Like-
have a feeling that BTT will make back holders like Verge did last year. Like it's gonna be awful.
Yeah, but do you know how many bag holders I dumped Verge on? Though?
I know. I mean, it's cool for the people, but you know you're gonna see fucking retards on Twitter called BTT gang or some shit like that, spamming everyone to buy that garbage.
Yeah, dude, I had like literally less than an hour ago, someone who had BTT in their name commented on a dude who posted that he made 20% on a quick trade in BTT, and in my head I'm like, that's good. But the guy was like, oh, why are you settling for 20%, man? You think Justin and Nana are gonna simply? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, shut the fuck up! Like it already went up 1,000%. You know, like.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Exactly.
it's that kind of mentality that creates what you guys are saying. Like it just creates bag holders. So to those who are listening, if you make 20% on a trade, that's great. That's great. You know,
Yeah.
especially
If
if
we
you
want to
set
talk
it.
about
Honestly, 3% sometimes on a good day. Whew, you gotta love those small percentages.
Yeah,
man.
Dude, I
legacy
take
markets.
everything I can get. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, like making 3% in just regular markets is great. So imagine, like, dude, it's a stock trader's dream to be in crypto if they know what they're doing.
the problem is for people to make 3% on a BTT trade, they probably got wrecked buying 10 other coins. Not that easy to get wrecked in Wall Street, but
Mhm.
I mean,
Well, I
it
know-
is
I-
if you're using margin and options and God knows what. But you know,
Yo, boys.
What's up?
BTT's been making higher lows for the past 85 hours.
85. Who's counting at this point?
Me.
well, let's talk about BTT. Let's talk about where we're taking profits. I feel like everybody's going for a double top. So I feel like we're going to see it maybe pull back at like 34, 35, or just pull through it. But I don't know. I can't see a double top playing out one.
So with price action right now, with BTT, I expect a pullback right now down to about 24, 25, and then before a retest, the range high, which is essentially at 37. So
Yep.
I expect, probably that.
Yo, am I the only one trading it against Tether?
Bro, you trade BTT versus Tether, man?
It gives you so much more information. Like the chart is so much. You can see the move on the BTC chart before they happen if you chart it against Tether. That's what I've been doing this whole time.
Okay, so you expect the double top, essentially the neckline, to be finished at what?
No, I don't know. I'm not saying I don't really have an opinion. I really don't know, but I'm just saying I've been trading it against Tether, and you can get so much more information because like there's more numbers.
Dude, that kind of looks like a wonderful flag, if you ask me.
I can
On a 15-minute chart, BTT USD Tether.
Yeah, see, you can get so much more information out of these things than with against just Bitcoin.
Yeah,
so
I'm just
just
I'm gonna take it all into consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah, just more confirmation for your positions.
Cool.
Man, I'm
Everyone's
looking at.
going to, like, jump in a trade right now.
But the real question is, can I short BTT yet?
Oh,
We
man.
can work out something. I'll sell you a short.
That's actually a good question.
I'm Arthur in this situation.
You know what? We'll make it work.
Yo,
Yeah, where can I short this?
What project? Well, what coin do you think Arthur would add next to his platform?
Raven.
Definitely not.
That's my
What
bet.
coin's gonna top off next? I don't know. Maybe TRX.
See, I hate
Oh,
trading
yeah, never
Binance
mind.
alts. I'm not sure if I'm alone on that.
If you hate what?
Trading Binance. I'm sorry, BitMEX alts.
I do too.
Yeah,
Honestly, I never do it. I've never ever traded
Only
BitMEX.
Ethereum, man. That's the only one that has like relatively decent volume comparable to
You
the
said
others.
Ethereum?
Litecoin. Yeah, I mean, not even that, man. I mean, I have some positions in Ethereum, but overall, I mean, that's the only altcoin I'll play with. I mean, the other ones definitely not. Like, not
Yeah.
Ripple.
Yeah, no, I agree. Of the BitMEX alts, because I mean,
Retarded.
BitMEX just controls so much volume. Once they go there, it's
Yep.
going to be vicious.
The Raven looks. I mean, it's got to break out soon, man.
Yep.
It's just
Let me pull up Raven.
it's just low after low after low right now. It looks. I mean,
I'm fucking happy with Raven.
yeah.
I bought it at 282, sold it like 305 or something, and then sold again. People were like, "You sell already? It's at the bottom." Blah blah blah. It was a short-term play. It's fucking dumping again. It's just I don't know. With how it's reacting as of late, I could potentially see it going for new lows on Binance.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it looks terrible.
I'm down. Like,
yeah,
not
off and everything.
Yeah, not to say it, like it won't. I made a chart maybe like a month ago for Raven, or maybe 2-3 weeks ago for Raven, and right now it's kind of consolidating in like that 3-day block before it pumped to 1,000 sats on Binance, and there's like a giant bullish div on the 3-day. So, on the daily. So I mean, I don't expect it to break out. I think it could range in this area probably for 2 months. I don't see it breaking out anytime soon, but I also don't know if it'll break down. So I'm kind of
Are
torn.
you looking for that daily bullish divergence?
I'm using
Right.
the.
RSI.
No, I'm using it's called T3 CCI. It's a combination of RSI and like OBV. So basically volume and momentum. I haven't used the RSI in 3 months, I guess, but it might be there too.
Yeah, the
although I
RSI
can't.
is showing a little bit of a bull div in a sense right now.
I
Like
don't think
from
you could use the RSI to find bottoms like that, though. I mean, like if you're looking at like a double bottom or something, it's going into a bull div. But like if you're just looking at like something that's consistently making new lows and like the RSI finds some grip, I mean, in my early days of trading, I feel like that was just hopium that got me burnt a lot. If there's some sort of price action grip, then you start looking at divergences. But I don't think you can try to like find a bottom on such a slippery slope like that.
Yeah, I haven't used indicators in a while actually, man. Like in a while. It's been price action, strict price action. Once in a while VPVR just to check volume. That's pretty much it.
I always have the RSI and sometimes the MACD on, but most of the time I just check the fucking price. I look at the volume, and then
I did like I
already have
3 months without any indicators, and it was fun. It was a fun couple months.
the indicator isn't the reason why I take a trade. It's just like it's there, and it's cool to look at.
All Elliott waves. That's all you need.
Yeah, I've been kind of building my strategy around horizontal supports. Kind of less price action because I can't say I've studied it hard enough to consider myself as using that. But I do a mix of that and the CCI. I find it really useful for momentum trading, but more importantly for spotting divergences. That indicator will spot a divergence before you'll find anything on the RSI or the OBV or any of those. So I recommend you guys at home check it out. It's called the T3 CCI, made by FX Sniper, I think. I use it on all my fucking charts. And so far, it's
funny enough, I was going to
helped me.
ask you about that. That was one of my questions I had planned out for this because I see you using it in all your charts. And
yeah, like I find it really.
Indicator. Who made the indicator?
Some asshole. I don't know.
Some forex trader.
Well, it's by H. Potter. I don't know who H. Potter is, but I thank you for creating this indicator. But for me, I like it because it's visually appealing. It'll help you track if a coin, crosses a certain threshold. So if you're trading based off of momentum, it's great. But also, if you're looking to buy a bottom, there are certain strategies you can apply to it that can, I guess, help your win rate. Not to say the divergences will always play out, but there's a trader called Hisaka Trades, and he does I think he calls it the 3-spot divergence or some shit like that.
Yeah,
basically wait. Exactly, he's a great trader, but I've also applied it to this particular indicator, and I found it's pretty good. Now I don't have as much success or I guess experience using it to try and catch bottoms, and I typically don't try to catch a bottom, but I mean like a bottom like we're seeing on Raven right now. But visually it's cool to see the indicator because it'll spot divs before any other. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Did that answer your question, Natebag?
Yes, it did. I'm happy with the answer.
Yeah, but dude, hit me up after if you have any questions. Same to anyone who's listening. Like I can explain it as best I can, but yeah, it's helped me out a bit.
Can't even find the indicator on TradingView.
Type FX Sniper.
Yeah, I found it pretty easy. I just looked up the T3, then you need the dash in it.
Yeah, exactly. FX Sniper and then T3 dash CCI. Did you pay for TradingView or? I don't know if it's a paid indicator or not.
No, I'm not paying for TradingView. I just started the free trial.
Okay, I don't know if it's included or not, but I'll send you if you remind me after, I'll send you a screenshot of the name and you could type it in.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like I remember we had Trader Main on the show 2-3 weeks ago, and he was telling me to get into studying price action. Same for Altcoin Psycho. So I've been kind of dipping into that a bit more lately.
Yeah, they're straight price action for sure. I mean, I think horizontals are safe, right, guys? If you use price action using horizontal lines, it's relatively safe. Diagonals are good for breakouts. That's why people use them. But it's
Diagonals
so
are easily manipulated, in my opinion.
yeah, they're so subjective. That's the only issue with diagonals.
Every exchange is gonna have a different diagonal.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd stick with horizontals right now. For sure.
Your tunes, you all right?
Yeah, bro. Sorry, I was watching some highlights NBA.
You want to put them on the stream?
Classy.
Classy.
Yo, but tunes, how you feeling, man? You been sick or what? What's cracking?
Yeah, man. I've been struggling, but you know it's chill because I got my cat here with me. So you know.
What's your cat's name? Let's dox your cat.
That's classified.
Yep, let it out.
Huh?
That's classified.
That's a cool name to give a cat. Man, I used to have 2 cats growing up. My mom fucking had these 2 cats. I hated them, but you know, after 10 years, eventually you kind of fall in love with them too. But yeah, they're good to have around.
And then they die.
And then they die, and then you know you're heartbroken, and you don't want to have another one.
Isn't that life?
Yeah, it takes balls to have an animal. Like that's what I realized. It takes a real, you know.
Yep.
Takes a real man
My
or
brother
woman.
just got like a bird that's gonna live for 80 fucking years.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a
Thing's
parrot.
literally outliving me. Yeah, it's some macaw type of thing.
You got married?
What?
What?
Man, a bird, dude. If I got a bird, I wouldn't be able to fucking fall asleep.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with a bird, man. I'd fucking lose my shit.
Yeah, seriously.
Trying to sleep, having that thing chirp at you? Nope. I'd start throwing shit at the cage.
I got a question. Boys, what in your opinion is the most bullish looking alt right now?
Oof.
Look, if I was gonna take a gamble, like I said, BTT guys. You know, I'm telling you, BTT, it's ripe for another pump here. Very soon.
But like saying you're not in a BTT like position is
not
now
like
really
not
the
like
spot to take
gamble.
one.
Yeah, not like a straight gamble. Let me see. Let me pull up some.
I'll say Zen.
Check the tether chart.
Yeah, I'll have to say Zen.
I tell you anything about fucking Zen.
Something I'm watching closely is metal.
Peak, dump, peak, dump, peak, dump.
Actually, Zen is looking really nice, even on that one day.
Like go on the Bittrex chart. Like, yo, Dragon.
Yo, I'm actually bullish on Lend right now. I think Lend is gonna pop up. It's been in consolidation for a bit right now. It's showing some higher lows.
You have to pay
It's
attention
finally
to
showing
that.
some higher lows.
I actually like the FA of Lend.
Yeah, the FA around Lend is good, but if you actually, it's just been going sideways for a bit now. And it's finally starting to see some action.
I mean, Lend is like one of the hardest hit ones. It's like really 99% off all time high. Like,
exactly. So it's due. It's due now for a pump, right? And you know, it's showing some reversal patterns right there.
Hey, even the one day looks like it could be a reversal. Just going based off.
Exactly. So that's mine.
Okay. So we got BTT, we got Lend, we have Zen. What else?
And from a FA perspective,
I was looking at metal. It needs to
metal
stick here,
See metal,
but it's been making higher lows.
Yeah, that volume's crazy, man.
Metal's also showing reversal right now, as well.
Yeah.
On the daily.
Yeah, so if you had been using just as an example, if you'd been using the T3 CCI and you had just used it as a momentum trade, you would have gotten in around the 650 level and you'd still be in that trade. So yeah, it's really cool visually to exit and enter trades. So yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
Anyone?
I'll have to hear about that.
Sorry, someone's calling me.
That'll be a good example of just
what's going on.
I
guys?
see that Dragon is in the room.
Yo,
what up?
What's poppin'? Yo, I came to wish Natebag a happy belated here. What's poppin'?
Salute.
Hey.
Low boy's finally growing up.
How old are you?
People are seeing waves right now. Let's see waves.
How old is Natebag? I think it's a conspiracy, honestly. There's no way
He's old enough.
16.
Dude, look at waves, guys. That is a flag right there.
Let's see.
Look at that thing, man.
On what time frame?
on the daily.
Yeah, look at the 1 day.
That's so.
Daily, I use like a 987 minute.
That's a flag right there.
That is a big flag.
What's the volume like? I don't have the volume indicator up.
It's picking up.
Like, it had
Definitely.
volume, but it died off.
Yeah, it
Dude,
did pick up
BTT
on the
just been
pump.
sucking all the volume out of the market.
Yeah. Thanks. Dude,
Yeah, then again,
fucking. I mean, BNB had the volume. You know, BNB and BTT are pretty much leading the way. And I mean, like, when you think about it, there's a trend here. I kind of look at the way BTT launched, and I remember the way Tron launched. And I mean, if you kind of just look at, it's a similar like ecosystem as BNB, like similar players. I mean, I don't know. I think those coins just generally have ridiculous potential to pump because maybe it's Asia that loves them. I don't know, but I think BitTorrent will do something completely irrational. That's my.
In all honesty, who's using BitTorrent?
Who gives
Can
a
anyone
fuck?
remember the last time they used
No one
BitTorrent?
gives a fuck about
Who's using Tron?
purely speculative.
Yeah, really.
Did you guys
the only
see
people
that?
using
Who's using any of your guys' shit coins?
Exactly.
Since Sun compares his Twitter followers to Vitalik and Tron explodes, like that's the kind of stuff that happens when that guy tweets. I mean, I don't know. The guy's a
Did you guys
marketing
see the
genius,
Nico Crypto
apparently.
video on Tron and like the code? Apparently, like Tron's
Yeah.
code is like riddled with
Fucking
errors.
faulty.
Really?
Exactly. Yeah, it has like
way.
That was-
it
not
has
know
like
that.
3,000 errors in it or something. Apparently, if they were actually to launch it, it wouldn't be. It might work, but it would not be efficient in any way, and it wouldn't be able to actually hold all the DApps that it's currently.
I think it's pretty clear that we all know that Tron is a big piece of shit.
Yeah, but that good scams pump hard.
Nobody cares that it's shit.
Need
What
some
if-
scam
Yeah.
logging.
What if Justin Suntron knows Tron is shit, and so he's like, all right, well, I'm just going to move on to the next one. And his plan is for Tron to die out and for him to turn BTT into the next, like, $10 billion market
But
cap.
like,
He just gets rich off again.
my problem with that is like, who would hop on to BitTorrent and be like, "This is my next big company"? It was already big. It's already died off.
Has it?
Well, he's probably
I mean,
using it
crypto,
just to
I mean,
absorb a bigger company.
Yo, B's saying that Tron is displacing EOS or EOS on so many aspects.
And
Well,
who
that's if
gives
it
a
works.
fuck about
I
EOS?
don't EOS. Yeah, I don't know.
Does
honestly.
EOS even work in like do any of these? I think Waves is probably the only blockchain that I would confidently say works. I mean,
Yeah.
Ethereum works, but Waves could actually hold a lot more DApps and could actually do a lot more from what I could tell.
Yeah,
So-
no. Apparently, Waves is leading it, and then next is Neo for the most
Really?
part. I mean, yeah.
Oh, I hadn't-
Neo,
I hadn't-
Neo has a lot of what's it called? What were they called? Submits or whatever. Like
Nobody
Yeah.
cares about submits. Jesus Christ, you can set these networks so easily because the fees on Neo are low. They have like I think it's 7 block validators. So like they're super centralized, but that keeps up the fucking TX per second. But in the end, it doesn't matter because not a lot of people are using it.
Yeah.
It's just hype. It's just hype.
Mhm. Yeah, like just to go back to our which coin I think is the bullish. I want to say Waves has another leg in it, and the reason why I say that is just like I've been looking at that project for a long time, and I mean, yes, scam coins pump the hardest. I get that, but if you're able to actually build a blockchain that works, that companies
obviously a
want to
working
build
company.
on, a working company that actually has a CEO that's not a dumb fuck. It actually has companies that want to build on it and that are confident in building on it, and banks that are in Russia that are actually putting their transactions through their blockchain. Like eventually, that particular project will be a top 10, a top 5. It might not do it as quickly as some of these scam projects
Exactly.
would, but over time, it's a smarter investment. So I think
In the long run, if you're willing to go through it.
if you're willing to literally wait, because sometimes these consolidation periods in between waves can take months. You know, accumulation for some of these coins are going to take sometimes 4 months, 6 months. So it's literally a question of being patient. So if I had extra eggs to put behind a project, now my dad's calling me. Fuck. So if I had extra eggs to put behind a project, I think would be an intelligent place to do it.
Yeah.
That is not financial advice, but that's something I've been looking
Let's
at.
make it financial advice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean the
yeah.
chart looks good for waves, man. On the daily,
Yeah.
I mean longer frames, it's definitely looking bullish right now.
Mhm.
I think
And
Yo-Yo is one. It's not similar to Waves. The chart looking. But Yo-Yo made a nice little higher low.
Which
I
one,
used to
sorry?
trade Yo-Yo a lot way back in the day.
Yo-Yo, I've seen it, but I've never touched it. Like, what is it?
I used to
blockchain?
trade it on Binance when it first got listed.
any
Mhm.
utility, I'm not sure honestly. I'm just guessing.
I
right now,
got
but-
no idea what it is.
But
I
it's,
just
yeah,
trade
it's
it.
showing some nice roundness in the bottom. It is
Yeah.
reversing right.
Because you see, like, I'm looking at the yo-yo chart now. For me, this period that it's in, I think could extend for another 3 months. Like, I personally, if I'm looking to make these type of plays, I would wait for it to break out of that range because that can
No,
be
I
there
agree.
for a while, you know.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
How long are you ready to wait for?
yeah, yeah. So just for people at home, in case if you're looking to actually flip stuff, you generally want to look at coins that have the attention, like BTT, like we're all talking about it right now. So obviously that's one.
Dude, check this out. Check out Storm. Storm's actually full sideways right now. Finally found its bottom, it seems, and it's just straight sideways. This would be catching it pretty early. I'm not sure what your algorithm is. Not your algo, but your indicator is saying right now. Bag.
Yeah, it's actually showing a big bullish dip on the daily, so that's nice.
Yep. So Storm's good. And Storm is one. If you actually look at the past like data on Storm, that's one of those coins that pumps like crazy.
Anyone ever touch a Komodo before?
Yeah, back in the day, the Komodo was
That's not
actually
looking too bad.
Komodo was supposed to be the first person to launch
The other day.
like FA wise, supposed to be the first person to really launch atomic swaps and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not catching Storm right now, so I'm now looking at
So Komodo right now, if you were to just take it from a PA standpoint, it rejected off its range high on the shorter term. I would wait for a little bit on Komodo before entering in. But yeah, Storm, check that out. I mean, that's good that your indicator is calling it. Man. This could just be like a little live car right now, boys.
Komodo could be a Head and Shoulders here. It's actually pretty clean on the daily. Not sure how far out you guys are looking.
Market.
I mean, besides the big caps, I never really go towards anything more than a day for any of these smaller alts.
I'm looking on the daily for Komodo pretty easily. I mean, the weekly might be clear. Yeah,
that volume is crazy. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, follow the volume,
Yeah.
Look at that volume. That's Head and Shoulders volume right there, decreasing until it plays out. You would expect it to pick up as it breaks the neckline if it's going to be like a legitimate Head and Shoulders. So that's something to look out for.
Yep, you're absolutely right. As soon as it closes above that 2250 level, if it were to close on a higher candle, like a 12-hour or daily, I'd look to probably set a position. And yeah, actually on the weekly, the CCI that I use just crossed positive this week, and that's usually a good indication that it'll have further positive growth.
Be looking at my first profits at like 28.50 probably.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Man, there's gonna be some crazy flips.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Yeah, I'm actually pretty bullish on Storm right now, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say overall market. Like,
wait, why Storm? Wait, we were talking about Storm. We were talking about that. Why?
Yeah, so Storm apparently his indicator is calling a bull div right now, and on top of it, right now it's found its bottom, so it's probably going to start its reversal time. So this would probably be the best time to get in at the moment.
But the best with the cost of risk, I don't know.
Well, yeah, there's no more data right now. I guess if you want to take that wick down, but it's pretty.
I'd like to see it. Like, let me pull up the daily chart. I'd like to see a break and a retest of 85, 84 before I maybe 90. Probably 90, actually. But I mean, I know what you're saying. You'd be buying the bottom of the range here, but I just don't see that much volume to really.
Yeah, the volume
hold
doesn't
it as like a sure thing bottom. Because I mean, once that bottom drops out, there's no liquidity.
Yeah.
Imagine this is just redistribution.
And I mean, you never know.
You never know.
More like I'll try to find an example here and shut up a little bit.
That's a cool one looked at in a while. Enigma. What's been happening with that one?
I haven't heard about Enigma in so fucking long.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was so hyped up before, man.
That's the thing I was going to say right now. A lot of the time that we're going through right now is where some of these projects just straight up die due to either lack of volume, mention, notoriety, things like that. So I don't know.
Lack of funding.
Yeah, lack of funding is a big one now.
Dude, you're talking about for Storm. You're saying you would like to see it break what, 85 or 90? You said.
I said, yeah, either one. 90 looks like
80.
I mean, if
So
it's
85
a daily thing, there's kind of more of an
is
OP 85, but
yeah, 85. 85 is the EQ between the ranges, at least from what I see, at least.
okay, yeah. I mean, that'd be a start, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked at the chart and I have 85 and 90 put up as resistance.
Yeah, I mean, on February 5th, we saw some good volume off of like that low. It almost looks, like a fake out, but just did not follow through.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, but then again, we saw a fake out on like New Year's.
Looking at Enigma, it just does not look good.
Well, the volume
yeah?
is pretty shitty, but I could actually.
I think all points at this point are just the volume just not there.
Yeah, but all the volume on Binance is getting soaked up by BTT and BNB. I mean, all the bots are working full time over there. I mean,
that's why I'm. Oh, sorry.
I hate Binance, seriously.
I mean, Enigma right now is testing resistance right now. I mean, it could on the 4 hour. If you look at the 4 hour right now, it could pop through. But
how many times has it touched it?
It's touched it. What, 1, 2,
3?
About 3 times. Yeah. In the past,
Making lower lows.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely testing it right now. But yeah, the volume is just there's
no volume. Yeah, there's nothing.
And that price action on the daily just seems questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
a distribution fan. If you're familiar with that.
Yeah, it just could be fucking people with big positions unloading every time it touches this high volume block right there, and then just like once they're done unloading their bags, it's gonna dump to shit.
Yo, real fast. What are your thoughts on the announcement on XLM? Special announcement at that.
Really? I didn't hear about that.
Up with XLM at all.
Dude, XLM for the longest is looking good for the longest time.
I think we should talk about BNB.
BNB.
Binance.
Like with the decks and everything?
Oh my god!
I mean, I took a lot of profits. Luckily, pretty close to the top, right above all-time high. I mean, I still hold some. I always do have a long bag for fees and whatnot. It actually has utility, so of course I have. But I mean, I'm pretty much out of my large trade, but it's still. I think there's upside, and I mean that volume you cannot deny.
Yeah, especially if the volume keeps picking up, that could keep rocketing. And this is CZ we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm looking right at, dude, to be honest, it tagged that 24K or whatever. I think that's going to be as good as it's going to get, I would venture to say. And to be honest, I probably should be buying now.
Yeah, I think Binance coin might almost be, as of now, a better indicator for like alts than maybe even Ethereum.
I think it's a good indicator for Bitcoin, actually.
Yeah, Binance is always a good hedge. I personally keep like 10% of my port on Binance.
Yeah.
On BNB, I've had BNB for forever now.
When you keep Binance coins, surely you don't keep it on Binance.
No, I keep it on Binance.
Oof. No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't do that.
If Binance goes down, your BNB is going to be worthless regardless. So,
Yeah, just my BNB, not my other tokens. Just
I'm
my
not even
BNB.
talking about if Binance goes down, but people enjoy taking other accounts.
Really?
I would never. I would
money.
never.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point. That's a good point.
Buy a fucking ledger and safely store your shit on there. Like, as long as you're not actively trading with the stack.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
that's another thing.
actively trading BNB. Actually, that's actually one of the best. If you want to play on a smaller time frame, BNB is great for swings, like really good swings. Like I've been actually trading a lot on like a 15-minute time frame.
Oh,
Damn,
this
you have
is
a lot of
actually pretty
time.
cool.
Yeah,
I was
I mean,
watching a
Check the
BNB.
4 hour
Oh
on
man.
BNB. Check the 4 hour on BNB.
All right.
I was watching a BNB stablecoin chart, and I saw a wicked stop hunt. I'm gonna figure out which one it was. I watched it live. It was crazy.
what, yesterday? Or
No,
sorry,
it was a few days ago. Let me find out which stablecoin it was.
Yeah. Actually, BNB just broke the trend line. It's been riding since early February. I would
Which
personally,
time?
I wouldn't be buying I wouldn't be buying February. Wow, I wouldn't be
Look
buying
at
BNB.
USDC.
BNB is gonna fucking form a head and shoulders, and it's gonna
Head and
dump.
shoulders right
Check
now on
the
the 4 hour.
Yeah, that's what I want.
BNB
on
USDC had a
right now.
wicked stop run down to 2.
So if you were to take it from the head to the neckline right now, if you want to go strict head and shoulders, it would drop to roughly like 22.
22, yeah.
22. So, we said 24 is roughly the lowest. I would probably start averaging down from 24, maybe even 23. Start averaging down.
My target's at 21 ish.
Oh, to your bag to start accumulating.
Because I'm checking the trend it's been riding since last year, and it just broke its recent, run up. So, kind of looking at the past trend plus the horizontals, I'd probably be comfortable averaging in like in the high 21s, high 20s, around there. I would probably miss my entry, but I'd be more confident waiting for that personally. I've become a really patient trader, so I don't mind waiting around a bit.
Have to be in this market, man. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good. I mean, that's just trader maturity right there.
Yeah, it served me better than my impatience, that's for sure.
Back, I got lost there for a second.
What's that?
I got kicked out there for a second. I'm back. I lost connection.
Well, welcome back, my friend.
I was highlighting. I was saying there's a crazy stop run BNB USDC.
Really?
Look at it. I watched it live. Literally, it was pretty insane.
We all know you're the one who did it.
Yeah,
made it happen. Watched it.
Holy fuck! Ha!
It was vicious. I just wish I would have had some bids.
Oh, wow!
That's horrible.
Man, they triggered those stop losses. Holy shit!
So I heard you guys say something about a head and shoulders on BNB. You think?
4 hour.
Check
So if you look at the 4 hour.
It looks like
Yeah, you could definitely see head and shoulders right there. It's on the neckline right now, so it would probably drop down to 22.
I mean, what you see a head and shoulders. I'm not sure if I see it. The 4 hour.
4 hour. At the
I
tip.
kind of see what you're saying. Neckline be at like 25.
It's not a super clean head and shoulders, but
Yeah, and really the target for that would only be like 24 because it's the length of the shoulders, and those are pretty small shoulders. But I see what you're getting at. I'm still bullish though, and if we break 24.4 and close under it, I'll reconsider. But I still think that having just broken all-time high and consolidating right on and above it is pretty good.
yeah, I mean, I would start personally for me. I'm going to be starting to accumulate probably high 23s and just averaging down.
Yeah, I remember that when it was down at 17, I wanted to buy it at it never got to 17 flat, and I luckily ended up grabbing some at 17.8 before it moved up. But it's getting front run a lot. I think it's going to be really bullish for a while to come, to be honest.
Yeah, no, for sure.
There's no other
Especially-
alts that are targeting all-time high and breaking them. You just can't deny that, and you can try to sell. But I think that taking advantage of the trend is the way to go. If you look at the weekly, looks like we're going to see a green one next.
Take a look at LTC Litecoin.
That's been having quite a run, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been on a tear. It's been front running the high caps essentially.
I think it slows down. I think it slows down here a bit and falls to around 0.0106 or 7. I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, I'm looking at that golden pocket right now.
Completely.
They've been doing a good job with marketing, really pushing, which is actually a good sign.
To be honest, if it gets a nice healthy pullback to like that area and does some accumulation there, I'll get in. That's a nice round. I'm actually not looking bad at all.
Yeah, that was actually one of my better MEX plays recently. I got into a long in like 0.0089 or something, but then a week later, Arthur caught my ass because I forgot to turn my VPN on one morning. And I like groggily logged in on my phone at like 7 in the morning, and I was like, fuck. So then I closed my positions, and then that's where I missed the first leg up.
Now.
It tore. Oh man,
That's hurtful. Hurtful.
Luckily, I caught EOS and I caught Ethereum. Ethereum at like 103, EOS in the like low 7,000s, I think. But yeah, like we were talking about BitMEX earlier. Like I really love trading BitMEX. I mean, like I kind of like the low liquidity of EOS and Ripple. Because whenever I'm looking to place bids in a certain direction, I anticipate that they're going to try to fuck me. So I put my orders, my bids in places that are like, far. And oddly enough,
in a spot where a lot of people get fucked.
Like I look for like the G spot, and that's where I put my orders. And so far it's worked. So I mean, like to each their own. But I really love MEX, and I haven't been liquidated in like over a year, so I'm pretty happy about how I've been doing that.
Yeah, I spend the most of my time trading on MEX as well. I gotta pop off, Bagsy, but thanks for having me on tonight, bro.
Oh man, my pleasure,
easy, man.
Have a good one, guys.
You too, brother. Take care.
Peace.
Yeah, no, I like MEX a lot too, man. That's essentially that I'm doing like a live what's it called, trading challenge, right? I copied UB on that.
That's sick. Yeah.
What's it called? It's all on MEX. I'm actually playing on the 1 hour, mainly focusing on that. That's been kind of showing me the best returns so far with Bitcoin. The shorter time frames it's too hectic.
Yeah, I was actually in UB's paid group for a month, about 3 months ago. Yeah. Unfortunately, he had a series of stop loss trades. I think it was in like December or January, so I didn't end up renewing. But he's a good trader nonetheless. I mean, his risk is managed. I think last time I checked, he was up 30% on his Bitcoin challenge. Is that like, I think he started with 1 Bitcoin or something, and he ended up with 1.3.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He actually, I think his claim to fame was turning 0.1 Bitcoin to 1 Bitcoin. So that was pretty good.
I talked to him about that. That was a good one.
Yeah. So right now my goal is trying to make it. Is trying to make 0.5 to 5 right now. I'm up like, last time I checked, I'm up like 26%. But it's freaking hard, man. It's just.
When did you start?
I think the key to margin trading Bitcoin, I said it last time I was on here, and I'll say it again, is just high time frame, low margin, dare I say, no stop loss, just play
never
safe enough where you don't need
not,
one.
Not Bitcoin, man. You can't. I mean, it's so.
If you're playing a high time frame, I promise you can. I mean,
no. I mean, sorry, stop loss. I mean, no stop loss.
You've taken 2 stop loss trades in my entire career.
Oh, jeez.
That's it.
I mean,
I have been fucked up on several occasions, but like generally, as long as you're watching the chart, you're all good.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom line is if you don't have an edge, you shouldn't be trading. Even when you have your edge, you should be trading in a way where, if you're wrong, it's not catastrophic. And I mean,
Yep,
there's
that's-
times where stop losses are appropriate and I use them, but in my day-to-day Bitcoin trades, I do not, because I mean, the hunting is ridiculous. I mean, especially you guys are on BitMEX, you know that. But I don't know. I think high time frames solve a lot of that, and I know I just preach that to the end, but it's because it's worked for me a lot.
Sure.
A lot of people use small time frames.
Yeah, because they want quick money, 100x.
Yeah.
Hmm. I actually don't see a problem with that as long as you're not, as long as you're taking into consideration your sizing,
Now, honestly, if you're not using the 1 minute chart, you could be better. You could be better. You're missing all the information, man.
Yeah. Actually, like I've been probably using in between 10 and 20x only for the past 3 months.
My man.
Yeah. And no, that's not because I'm trying to go like degen, but what I realize is sometimes even if I'll place my my bids in a crazy spot, if I get that stupid wick, sometimes my stop loss would fill me 5% below where I wanted, or 2% even, and then I'll end up losing more than if I had set my stop loss, or sorry, my liquidation right sat below where I would have put my stop loss had I had one. So I prefer getting liquidated on a small percentage of my portfolio than get that, filled in a few basis points below where I end up losing a lot more. So I've been using that strategy, and for me, it's been working pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys, if like I'm explaining myself properly, but
you are.
Yeah.
What's it called? I use personally for me, right, on that challenge, especially, I use 10x. Typically on leverage, using about 10% of my port in each position, and yeah,
like salsa tequila, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like my method right there for trying to climb the bag up, right? I think I've done it. I think I'm on like day 10 now, something.
Yeah, that's great, man. I'm kind of doing like a secret challenge. So if I end up losing my whole portfolio, no one's going to know about it. But yeah, so like I funded my new BitMEX account with like 0.2 Bitcoin, and I'm at like 0.31, so I'm at 50% in the last 6 days.
Really good.
Yeah, so if I don't talk about this again, you guys know why. But yeah,
Didn't go
man,
so
like
well.
but to those listening, what's up, Nico? Sorry.
I was just saying, I just want to hit it so I can just like talk shit.
Yeah, man.
Clout point, straight for clout point.
It's all clout, dude.
That's funny, man.
Guys,
What's up?
can we get some expert TA on the theta chart right now?
Let's see this whole thing.
All right.
Thundercock theta. That's all y'all need to know. Thundercock theta.
I literally sold 2,700 a few minutes ago.
Are you serious?
Nice.
You fucking bought that shit, you
I
monkey.
told you guys. It was right before we got on here. I literally said it.
Yeah, there's actually
I'm dumping into it.
Are you
honestly,
what the
Because
yeah,
would you rather dump at a pump or a dump?
Yo, Tunes, brother. I mean, I would definitely take some profit right now.
Yeah, really.
Just because I see that there's a big ass bearish div on the 4 hour, so it's possible it might retrace from here. Personally, I would take a slither off the table.
I don't know about a sliver, man.
There's
I'm taking the whole chunk of meat off the table.
I mean, no, I wouldn't necessarily market sell it, but I would set some sells. I think there's a good chance you see a dead cat to 26.60 or more. I mean, I think it'll pull up. It's pulling up right now to 20. I mean, I think it could pull up, and you could, I wouldn't market dump, I guess is just all I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You guys are treating it like any other chart. I guess my thing for theta is that I'm treating it like it's $3 Ethereum. So for me, it's like,
why would you treat anything like $3 Ethereum?
Why would you?
Ethereum's so shitty also.
Why would
Don't compare anything to Ethereum.
What do you expect us to say about you admitting your emotional bias to this shitcoin?
I'm letting you guys know that I've been a shitcoin gem hunter, whatever you want to say about it, since the day I got in crypto. And I have theta as my probably #1 highest utility coin that has an actual use case that will actually be implemented in society. So for me, I treat this coin as like $3 Ethereum. So
You
I'm
know
not.
what coin
Yeah, but
had
then
no value
it
at all,
makes
but was even better?
sense.
Ant
It
shirt.
doesn't make sense to us about the TA if you're treating it like $3 Ethereum because you're gonna hold it anyway.
Yeah, that's my point. And my entry is so low. My entry, like, I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter, but like, I've been, y'all know that.
I mean, build a bigger bag. You can. I think like.
Yeah,
pullback-
exactly. If you dump a little bit at
pullback
the
here
top,
is not
keep
a big
most of
deal.
it.
Yeah.
Look, I see. Look,
profit and moved it into BTT. Like no, I know. I'm just expressing my
Your
emotion.
love for the coin.
yeah,
we get it.
you're
We get it.
for it. Got it. Look, for Theta, I see a pullback down to 2550-ish area before it bounces back off and it tests that range high again. That's personally my bias on the short term. Now, I'm not in Theta, so I can't say. But yeah, in terms of FA wise, Theta is really interesting. Its team is stellar for sure.
We're all just spreading FUD to get a better position. Come on, man. You know it.
Theta's team is good. I'm not in it. I see a pullback to 2550. You know, and then another test of that range high.
For sure. Damn, I got you guys. Good looks. That's like a staple of this show, talking about Theta.
Yeah.
Not only of this show, like your Twitter is full with Theta shit. So
Not to pop the bubble, but I mean, if it's possible, you could even retest 1800, 1700-ish. I mean, we never really retested that on the way up, and that's that was a low at the beginning of the Binance chart. It was respected.
1800?
It's hard to get an exact point. I'm like way out on this chart, but yeah, 1800-ish.
The weekly
it.
is just insane, honestly.
Yeah, like I'm looking at the daily. I think we could probably get a retest to like that 2200 level, 2230, where we closed off that giant ass wick on December.
Dude, the thing about like Theta versus a coin like Icon is that like you don't
There are
like
less bag holders.
yeah, there's less. You look at the art history and like there's not all this like volume on the way down. Like think about a coin like Icon. Like there's probably like billions of dollars of bag holders. Like you know what I mean?
Liquidity.
Yeah, it wasn't. There definitely wasn't as much hype compared to Icon. I don't think there's very few coins that had just as much hype as Icon.
Yeah, Icon had crazy hype.
It was nuts, man. I mean, everybody and their mothers was calling it.
Yeah. I just mean like if you take one of these coins that used to be like a $5 or $10 billion cap and is retraced like 90, 95, 99%, like that's going to be such a difficult road upwards versus a coin that's, some strategic coin that's launching right when the bull starts and you don't have all these bag holders to go through. That's why a coin like, Tomo.
100% true.
Funny enough, I was just about to bring up Tomo to Tunes. You still got that, man? That's still going well for you?
That's not even real. I don't know the bag yet. That's like his bag. Infamous.
I have a bag.
That time ago. Yeah, I've been chilling with Tomo for a while now.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, for Theta also, right? If you want to take it from Elliott Wave standpoint, I'm not sure that you guys trade Elliott Wave, but it's at its fifth wave right now. It's due for definitely down for a retracement right here. So I would take profit right now, man.
For sure.
Yeah,
No,
I definitely on the day showing a hangman right now. Or shooting star. My bad.
I appreciate the FA knowledge, and I'll definitely keep that in consideration in the future. But I mean, taking profits here, it's
it just builds you a bigger bag in the long run. So you can't.
Also, catalyst is that mainnet is in less than a month, so it's like you kind of have that just like.
Didn't someone say it's tomorrow?
What?
Didn't someone say it's like tomorrow or something?
No, it's in March. It's in like a
He
month.
almost gave Tunes a heart attack.
and not
always dump before the main net. No main net has ever worked out.
Not only is their main net in a month, on the day their main net, they're doing a 5-to-1 airdrop of like the Neo fuel. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a lot of catalysts that are like could maintain bullish momentum. So you just not to take into consideration.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I think it's going to retrace down, but Theta definitely long term, it looks great. And I think, with the FA, like you're saying, Tunes,
for sure.
I think it's definitely one to accumulate on dips, right? But it just did a massive pump up. So, it would be.
I mean, it's a parabola right now, really. I mean, just wait for the parabola, buy the 618 or the 786 and call it a day. That's really
exactly. Word. Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
We love you, Tunes.
We're looking out for you.
Thank you, for sure.
But yeah, going back to Elliott waves, like I've never, like I see a lot of people on Twitter shitting on that style, but
Yeah.
it does have some, like the 5 waves that you were just talking about. That's a pattern that plays itself over and over and over again. I can't speak so much maybe about the corrective waves like ABC, ABCDE. That's where you guys kind of lose me, maybe because I haven't studied it enough. But that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, man, I always think about it whenever I'm looking at a coin that's pumping, and more often than not, that 5 wave will play out properly. So it's definitely something that people should study, and at least don't mock it not having never used it. There is
I'm
something.
someone who likes to bash on it quite a bit, but I did learn, like I took like 8 months into learning it, and it did prove to be more useful than waste of time in the long run. Like it was useful. I still bash on it. I jump on the bandwagon of bashing on it, but like it is a useful tool though. No.
Yeah, no, I don't open up with Elliott Wave. Definitely not. I'm not like a Silicone or like, Eric Cho, where I'm opening up with where I'm opening up with Elliott Wave, right? I'm definitely opening up with price action. Elliott Wave is just a fun way to check, right?
And like what it does, it does prove to be useful in the long run.
Yeah, for sure. And definitely on higher time frames for Elliott Wave. I don't get people who use Elliott Wave for like the 5 minute. It's just
that's what Pinecone is doing.
Yeah, like what are you doing with the 5 minute?
The
30-second chart, we're going.
Yeah, exactly. and Elliott Wave is just it's just like wedges. It's very subjective. People start their points at various locations. It's subjective.
We need a one chart.
What's that?
Finance needs 1 second charts.
What's up? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh no. Yeah, no. Fuck. I was gonna say, yeah, totally. I think Elliott Waves works. I think you can look at some pumps and see that like pumps tend to go in like 3 waves almost. And then also just a word on like I think Natebag said 30-second candles. I think we need 1 second candles, honestly.
Bro, there's a straight line. That's all you need.
The issue that a lot of
look at bars
have with Elliott waves is that like they open with Elliott waves. It's highly subjective. They post their chart on Twitter, and like there's not a second person on this fucking planet that draws their wave.
The same fucking waves.
Exactly, as he was saying, it's completely subjective. Everyone has their own way.
Don't open up with it. Use it as like a second or third measure. As just like indicators in a sense.
Yeah. Like when you open up the chart, the first thing you do is like you put your horizontals on there. You check where liquidity lies, and then you move on to more subjective shit.
Yep. Exactly. And yeah, Woodsman brings up a good point right there. Elliott Wave is subjective, but still a fractal. It's everybody sees something different in a sense.
All right, so if you guys had to open 100 times on BitMEX right now, Bitcoin, which direction you pulling it on? Mark.
All right, let's see.
Whatever. Like, if we come to a group decision, I will do it.
Fuck. All right. Hold up.
My vote is go to a strip club and throw your money instead.
So we should probably. I would long personally.
All right. Let me pull this. Let me pull this up.
So we got 1 vote for long.
All right. So 100x, no stops. 100x. You're essentially
that literally can never work.
If you
never 100 times never work.
100x, I would go for a short right now, just because it already prints a wick on the 4 hour right now on this retracing. Just because of that, because on the 100x, your stop is so fucking tight, and the probability of the 4 hour closing below this price is higher than it closing above. That's the only reason, not overall time frame. It's just.
I'm going for 100x. I'm going short. For anything that's 25x or higher, I'm going short. If you're doing a 10x, then I would average in at 35.60 going long. I would open along there.
So we got 2 for short, 1 for strip club.
Dude, go with the last option, man.
Honestly, I'm thinking the last option's the right one.
My man. Yeah. Canada's going
for
broke.
strip club.
Yeah, the only reason why I say long is because I'm looking at the 1 hour right now, and I kind of see there's the first higher low. There's also a bullish divergence happening on the 1 hour for the last two dips. So I would be more comfortable with the long, but I can also see Smokey's point with the swing failure pattern that just happened. So, man, that's a tough one, but I'm more biased towards long still.
For sure.
Yeah, but like, the issue is no one is trading this shit. Like, no one would actually take the trade.
Fuck it. I'm gonna mark the level just for kicks, and once it pops in a direction,
Dude, 35.50.
I'm in 200 contracts, 100 times short. Let's get it.
Ooh,
this ain't nothing.
I thought we were going long.
No, bro.
I thought we had more votes on shorts, definitely.
Man, I count for two people, man.
Okay.
You vote against me, get kicked.
It's gonna wick to 3563. That's the level on BitMEX. It's gonna wick down to if it breaks down.
I think so too. That's if I was gonna open a long anything that's 25x or under, I would open it at 3560 or 3563 and below. Averaging down. But yo, boys, I gotta run right now, my man.
Yo, thanks so much for coming on, NekoZ.
Hey, thanks so much for having me, guys. Really appreciate it. Yeah, definitely stoked to check out some of that content, talk with you guys about more TA.
Yo, you're welcome anytime, man. Have a good night.
Take it easy, man.
Bye.
Peace. So, Natebag, you ready to get liquidated, bro?
Yo, this ain't happening, man. I'm making big bank right here. Going rich or going broke.
Yo, how much were the fees on that 100x?
I'm just
comparably to the
7.5% of beginning capital.
Fuck.
If it's a market order.
It was. Yeah. It absolutely was.
Just reminds me of
nothing was the finest.
Times 100.
I'm making 100% on this.
Did you guys see that that fucking picture of Crypto Fungus when he posted a 100x short from the 19,500 level? That's probably Photoshop, but
yeah.
I wonder what the fees. Like, I wonder what the fees would have been like had someone done that.
This is a great time to shill Dare a bit, and you can use my ref link. Has continuous funding instead of BitMEX's easily manipulated 8-hour funding periods. Continuous funding is way better and often results in lower funding over time from my personal experience.
I did not know that. I really got to start using Deribit. I got like 3 ref links building up.
Deribit's really good, actually. I'll send you mine later.
I'm gonna have a Russian roulette of fucking ref links for it.
Yeah, but so far Deribit hasn't fucked me over yet, and yeah, it's a clean platform. The only difference really is that everything's on cross margin, so like you got to get used to that.
I'm a cross margin user anyway, so that came natural.
Oh yeah, I'm used to it. So.
I only use cross right now, so
yeah, they're crazy motherfuckers.
I don't normally, but like I have
like the difference to not use cross margin is just to have like an Arthur fetish, because you might as well stop loss. You might as well, instead of doing fucking 100x, do 50x and set your stop loss where it would be for 100x liquidation. I mean, you're gonna save satoshis over time more than using your own ref link.
Bro, the more you talk shit about this position, the happier I get when I'm gonna get this 100%.
I'm not talking shit about your position, bro.
I'm gonna make 50 cents.
I'm saying in general, your $2 position is not what I'm talking about.
We eating steak tonight.
Yeah, you guys are gonna remember me when this thing pumps.
Let me know if I want to see if you got liquidated. I'm gonna pull up the chart.
Bagsy, I just sent in the original link to the short in the chat right here. Like, there's actually a person who pulled off a short like that.
Really?
Yeah, and
hold up.
He's in the. If it's not all a big fucking fake story, then he was even in the top 25 list on BitMEX.
Wow.
I mean, you can change your leverage later, obviously. Like,
yeah. I'm not talking about it being a 100x short, but that's the screenshot where Crypto Fungus took the numbers from, and he just changed the entry price. The exact top of the Bitcoin level.
Dude, I'm fucking certain there's one soul out there who did it. They probably closed out by now, but out of the millions of people who are degenerate gamblers, I'm certain that there's one out there, and he's in the leaderboard somewhere. You know?
Probably not.
No?
No, probably not. I mean, yeah, someone shorted the top. I mean, someone bought the top. Someone had to short the top.
Yeah.
I don't think the person who shorted the exact top is going to
was 100x and kept it open. Oh man. Man, imagine.
But the funding you would pay over time.
Yeah, seriously, it'd probably be like half your portfolio. You know, but at that point, I mean, depending on how much you put on, that's a handsome sum of money.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. But yeah, all that to say, kids, do not gamble, and if you are, you can use my ref links at the end of the show.
In the end, we can't stop you, so we will endorse it.
Exactly. You can help us help you.
Yeah,
I endorse all types of gambling. Hey, you got someone's gonna get rich is the way I look at it. You might as well try.
Yeah, I got two questions actually. Someone asked me on the Twitter, have you guys ever heard of a coin called Token Pay? And if you have, do you know anything about it?
No. Was that 10x or whatever that was?
No, that's Pay. This is
okay. That was just PayX. Yeah, because they fucked me over. I'm still waiting for my goddamn card.
Really?
I bought a card like, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe from the 10x thing. It was just with leftover money in a wallet, and I don't think that's ever gonna get here.
You paid for a what?
They were like the fucking
credit
Bitcoin debit cards or credit card
debit
things.
Cards, yeah.
You had to pay for it?
It was like $15.
Why would you have to, dude? That's so just because. Wow.
They raised $150 million in their funding rounds. Like,
I did no fucking research on them, man.
And
I saw
one
a
of
card.
their
I was like,
founders just stepped down like 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, no, he stepped down like 2 months ago, and then the token fucking dropped, and then they got an ECO, and it pumped like 300%.
Did it end up pumping? I never saw that.
Yeah, 300%, man. Crazy. But yeah, I was actually talking about Token Pay. But if you guys don't know, I did a bit of research, but I can't really come up with much. To me, it just looks like another shitcoin. And yes, second question to our people listening: if you had to get into learning TA, what are some cool resources, or what's something that you guys did that you could recommend to our viewers?
Not listen to Twitter.
I'll go first. Join Bagsy's Discord.
Oh man, thank you.
Just fucking start. That's the biggest thing.
Literally start. Don't trust test nets.
Start fucking looking at the charts. You have to learn from your mistakes, and just
your best
by looking and doing nothing, you won't improve. Trading for me is never learning experience. Like, never ends.
I'll say it, but I know they won't do it. It's quit buying bottoms, or quit trying to buy bottoms.
Yeah.
Like on alts, and if something's trending down, don't try to be the one doing CPR on it.
Trade the trend. Unless you have enough money to do CPR, which no one does, don't fucking do it.
Then don't listen to this podcast if you have enough money to pump.
Yeah, seriously. No one listening to this has enough money. They're busy doing CPR on stuff.
But I mean, if you're trading crypto and you're new, I would say that following other people's calls is the sure way to get wrecked. Just because if you're going to consider one person's calls, you're going to consider another's, and they're all going to be trading different time frames. Nothing's ever going to be in harmony. They're all going to be using different strategies. So pick a strategy, learn it, stick to it. And that's really it. The biggest thing I could say is don't listen to anyone else.
Yeah. And something I want to add to that, A, get some skin in the game, and B, get a trading journal. Like, it doesn't matter how you do it. It could be an Excel sheet. It could be, this is what I use. It could be a fucking book with a pen.
I went so long without a journal, and it was like one of the life-changing moments for trading.
Yeah, like how are you
realize pointless things that can affect like how you're doing.
Yeah, it could even be like your relationship. It could be your fucking dog that's sick. It could be the weather. It could be a lack of sun. So like what I do, I track my trades. So not only do I put my entry, my exit, my stop loss, but I also track my trade over time. So like day 2, I'm uncertain about this because this. Day 3, I want to cut my position, or whatever it is. Like track your psychology so that the next time that you see a setup, you can look in your fucking book and you're like, oh shit, I made 30% with a similar setup, but I cut the bag too early because I was unsure and I missed out on money. So this time you try it that way, and then you build off what you got. And 2 years later, you've literally been through almost every scenario, and you know your own psychology, and you know where you fell short or what you did well.
Yep. I think, with crypto, you can learn a lot quicker because you're going to observe a lot more market cycles in a lot shorter span of time.
Yeah, it's on fucking adrenaline, this market.
Yeah, if you can just learn to spot, accumulation and distribution, in its many forms, that's the key. And it's kind of just something you get an eye for eventually after probably getting burnt. In my case, definitely learning what the
after you see it so much, you can just start to notice it.
Yep. I mean, after a while, it just becomes repetition, and you cutting emotion is obviously like a hugely important part of it.
Cutting emotion is one of like my top like things that you could possibly do.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be emotionless in this market. You got to treat losing money the same as making money.
Dude,
you got to be unbiased going into it all.
You get the biggest lessons losing money, honestly. And it's almost like if you can lose, like, I don't know, like I actually tweeted this the other day, like if you like losing $1,000 and not flinching is like the most liberating feeling in the world, because it's like,
yeah,
it sounds stupid, but honestly, like if you can like take a loss and just shake it off and stick to your plan, then like you're golden. Otherwise you're gonna be like revenge trading or trying to.
Revenge trading sucks.
Yeah. And you can almost apply that to your life. Like if you can just stay on track, like you're gonna take losses and you're gonna face setbacks, but if you can just stay on track, you'll be all right.
Yeah, that's a really good point, man. Like, I've lost a lot of money, but something that I found pretty cool. I mentioned this earlier on stream when we were talking about how I had to close my BitMEX positions, and then Litecoin ended up pumping. Like I lost out on some good money there, but I realized like after I did it, like I honestly didn't give a fuck. So in my mind, not only do I know that I'm okay with losing money, but I'm also okay with not making it, even if it's a stupid little mistake I made. So I at that moment I realized, okay, I think I'm emotionless in that sense. That was kind of like a turning point. But yeah,
and it does suck like hating on yourself for a week long because you fucking missed on some profits or something.
Especially if that escalates into further trades where you try to revenge trade, like you guys were saying.
Yeah, but being emotionless in crypto translates into real life as well. Like you become dead inside after quite some time.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better at that, actually. I noticed that it was kind of seeping into my day-to-day, and that's something I'm working on, actually, that I wrote down in my fucking trading journal. So, like, a trading journal is a lot more than numbers. It's more psychology.
Yeah, really. You got to write everything in it, what you ate for the day. Like, you got to treat it as your actual journal. You'll pick up on so many, like, small, like, trends in your life that can be negatively affecting anything that affect your trades.
That's a very good point. Yeah. So I think that about sums up that question. I appreciate that. What time is it, boys? 10:20. Do you guys have any closing remarks? Anything you guys want to leave with our viewers before we head out for the night?
It's 4:20 over here.
Yo, you are a trooper.
So fucking late. What the?
You got to wake up early?
No, I have vacation.
My man.
Nice.
Well,
otherwise, I wouldn't fucking stay up till 4:20 a.m. in the morning.
You just gotta never sleep.
To get in a fucking Google Hangout that gets streamed on YouTube to fucking 9 people.
Hey man, we're at a
19,
solid 16 right now. Yeah.
Come on.
Nice. No,
yeah, it's not about the number, it's about the impact,
Dude, I don't even care about the people watching. It's just nice having a little chat, and if people can take something away from it, that's even better.
Yeah. Amen. Yo, you go to bed, man.
I think I'm gonna head out now. So
yeah,
have a good night, man.
Yeah,
good night, Top Guy. Pleasure.
Yeah. So I just want to announce to everyone listening right now that something big is being planned against Natebag. So just DM me on Twitter if you want to get involved. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I want to get involved.
You can't take down the king though. You can't take down the king.
Huge is being planned right now.
You better not miss. I'm coming back swinging.
Natebag might delete his account. He might have to delete his
It happened once.
Hello, sir. Do you have any leadership positions available?
Yeah, we have a research position.
Oh, I would like to mention something very, very near and dear to my heart, very important.
Go for it.
I'm actually going to sign off, and that is reminding everybody to buy Melon, MLN. It's so illiquid by just saying it on this 20-person stream.
I was looking at that earlier, actually.
Yeah, I tweeted it yesterday, and I'll tell you what, somehow I'm like fucking 20-something% in profit from my pickup yesterday or something.
So basically, you're looking for liquidity, right?
I'm not selling
I need
yet.
to dump my bags.
I have a profit that probably already hit. That was just like a little bit, and then most of my profit is pretty far up.
Dude, this looks just like EOS, actually.
Does it?
The chart looks almost identical.
I have profit at like 334 and like 39. Sorry.
Okay, that wick on in mid-August.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but honestly, I think I don't know. This one's on Kraken, some other interesting exchanges. I'll keep a moon bag of this one just because I don't know. It's so illiquid, and generally those are the ones no one's buying. I mean, I haven't seen anything about this.
Yeah,
I've never heard of Melon before.
Yeah, to our viewers who are looking for an entry, personally, I'd wait for it to break and close above that 400K level.
You didn't pick up on my humor. Please don't buy now.
Okay, in case,
buy it all.
Buy it all. Because, dude, if I didn't know, I would have taken you for serious.
Market buy on Bittrex. Shit liquidity. No, definitely not. But, I mean, it did recently just break out, and it could continue up. But it's just flirting with a few wick resistances now, which is basically littered between there and my take profit. So we'll see.
All right, perfect. Any final words, Cryptunes? Any last words, boys?
My last thing is stop gambling your money on BitMEX. You got to start playing Hero. That's where all the fun's at.
Hero. I might actually jump on that once.
Yo, Hero's fun. It's fun.
Yeah?
I'm just glad I didn't create it, and that's why I haven't got on it yet.
Wait, what?
I'm just mad I didn't create it. It's a good idea. I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're upset. Lost profit.
No, it's a great idea. I think gambling is a great industry, like legal gambling, which is, I'm assuming kind of what that is.
Apparently they got a app coming, which is going to be weird because I don't know how they're going to get a gambling app in the US.
That's interesting.
It'll be interesting. I hope they have good lawyers.
Yeah, hopefully it's going to be a rough one to get around.
Is the coin
What was that?
What's that?
Is the coin trading on IDEX yet? Do you guys know?
Yeah, I believe so.
Really?
Also off the charts. I believe there's an off the charts market as well.
Is it
okay? Like Discord or whatever?
Yeah.
Is it?
You think OTC stands for off the charts?
What?
You think OTC stands for off the charts?
Is it supposed to be pegged to a certain price or?
No, OTC stands for over the counter.
Over the market. Over the counter, yeah.
Whatever.
I almost said over the market.
Whatever.
Off the charts, yeah. All right.
Too big for this nonsense. But they originally pegged it to 5 cents or something when it was in pre-sale, I believe. Yeah. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's not pegged to anything now. I don't think. I haven't looked at it, so I don't really know.
It's not pegged to anything. I feel like that's potentially a disaster waiting to happen. But who knows?
Yeah.
All someone needs to do is make the same exact app, but accept Bitcoin or Ethereum.
I'm not hating. It's a great idea.
No, it's definitely great. I'm just saying. I've always been wary of any coin that's utility is a barrier to entry, because then you just risk basically having a competitor that eliminates that barrier to entry.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like throwing shots, but I mean, I would imagine that their peak profits are going to be like around their open with the hype just from the crypto community. The premise that somebody who wants to gamble is going to do it through cryptocurrency is pretty far out for a while.
Yeah, you need more adoption for that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's
People gamble enough buying cryptocurrency. They don't want to buy cryptocurrency to go gamble their cryptocurrency.
That's probably a safe thing to end on, to be honest.
But no, nonetheless, it's a fun fucking game. So when everyone actually like when it comes public, you gotta meet me on those leaderboards. Try to take me down.
What are you rank? Are you up there?
Oh, I'm up at like I was rank 50 a few days ago, but like if you go a few days without playing, like I'm rank 80 now.
All
right. How many players are there?
I think it's up around 500 to 1,000, somewhere in that range. Again, I don't really know shit. I just hop on like once a week and just fucking go at it. Nice. It's fun to kill a day of gaming on.
Yeah. So yeah, one thing before we do conclude the night. This Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be on the Ken Bozak stream live. So you guys can catch me there. We'll be talking a bunch of smack. And to everyone watching, I appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate you, Mr. Monkey Rothschild, Natebag, Cryptunez. Thank you guys for coming on. And this will conclude this evening of the Wednesday night crypto chat. Be well, guys.
Adios, guys. Bye.
See you later.
Peace.
How the fuck do I cut this shit? All right, there you go.